Hello everyone, welcome to Josh's Boxes. My name is Josh, and today we're back with another episode of Chronicles. I didn't expect to make one so fast. I've got some other stuff I'm working on, doing some different style videos with Raised, but I realized in my last episode that I forgot some extremely important details from the 4th grade. So I'm here to tell them today so that you can experience the full effect of me when I was a weird little kid. So get ready. You better have your helmets in place because things are going to get pretty bumpy. Okay? At least for me, they are. So, the most important story that I forgot to say was one that my wife pointed out to me when I told her these stories. So I'm glad that she reminded me. And in the 4th grade, it's like 2008, 2009 era. And that is when Twilight was super big. I think that New Moon had just come out or something. I don't remember. But like the movies were really big. And like everything was werewolves and vampires. Freaking everything. Disney's making shows about it. There's lots of video games coming out. There's lots of parodies, lots of videos. Even Adventure Quest Worlds came out with an entire like Dracovia with werewolves and vampires, because it was like this cultural zeitgeist that for like 3 or 4 years just like dominated everything, and so many people tried to just squeeze every last penny they could out of werewolves and vampires, and they they were successful because wow, they're gee whiz. The reason why I bring this up is because, obviously, as an impressionable 4th grader, I was influenced by this zeitgeist. And so to me, werewolves were really cool. I was never a big vampire guy. I was like definitely liked animals as a kid, so turning into a wolf sounded way cooler than like being edgy and all mysterious and stuff. So that was I was definitely Team Werewolf in the werewolf versus vampires battle. But anyways, I thought werewolves were super cool, and so I wanted people to think that I was a werewolf so that they would see how cool I am. And I don't know if it's even still around, but I got these, these pointy teeth, and to me, in my mind, they were like pointier than normal people teeth. Like normal people in the drawings, everyone's got flat teeth. But I have pointy teeth. And this is, 4th, 5th grade. So I'm like at the end of losing baby teeth. So my baby teeth are gone, and now my new teeth are sharp. They're pointy. I'm totally a freaking werewolf. I'm totally a werewolf. And that's what I wanted to believe, and that's really what I wanted other people to believe, is that I was a werewolf so that they would think I was like mysterious and intriguing and misunderstood, which I was just weird, was really the answer. I was just weird. But I wanted the answer to be that I was a werewolf instead. And this is relevant to the Crush Chronicles because in the 4th grade, we also did an enrichment kind of thing, like I described in the 3rd grade. But in the 3rd grade, you just like switch classes, and it seemed like random, like people from other classes. I don't know how it was assigned. But in the 4th grade, it was like the advanced kids go to one classroom, and the like normal, average, proficient level kids go to another classroom, and the ones that need some extra help need to go to a 3rd classroom. And I was in the advanced classroom, believe it or not. Yeah, I know. It wasn't based on good decision making. It's based on if you could like read or something. I could get all those vocab words, and so I belonged apparently in the advanced enrichment in the 4th grade. And guess who else was in the advanced enrichment? That's right, Lucy. And we were sitting at the same table. And I'm like, one day I remember thinking like, okay, it's time to whip out the charm. So I'm like, it's time, all right? This mathematics, more like romanthematics. Am I right? Let's get going with this. And so I needed to pull out my big stopper and my big showstopper, right? Because in the 3rd grade, it didn't work. But I was willing to shoot my shot again in the 4th grade. And I was like, what can I do to convince this girl that I'm a werewolf? Because just showing my apparently extra pointy teeth, but I mean, that's weird. That's weird. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to like, hey, don't you think my teeth are extra pointy? I'm probably a werewolf, don't you think? Come on. I'm not going to do that. That's weird. I had a much better idea instead. So, one day I just make sure that she's like kind of looking over towards my direction, looking across the table at me, and I whip out the classic. That's right. The dog ear scratch. I start, like a normal person would scratch their ear, if your ear's itchy. Maybe something like that or something like that, right? But no. To me, I was like, I gotta layer on the werewolf, right? And so I started scratching myself like this. Like a dog scratching itself. I was so weird. But in my mind, it was a good idea in my mind. It would show that I was a werewolf. She'd like prick up and be like, oh, that's oddly wolf behavior. And then she'd pay attention to my teeth and be like, this guy's definitely a werewolf. And I need to fall in like with him. Everything was all set up except for the fact that that's a completely stupid plan. And so obviously it didn't work. Oh man. Oh. It's so, that's bad. It's so cringy to think about that. To just think that I was like, oh man. And that's not where the cringe ended. Because I remembered why, I was like, oh yeah, the 4th grade, the 5th grade, there wasn't that many developments. Partially is because I'd forgotten this whole werewolf business. But I also forgot something that made me like back off a lot. The idea is that in the end of recess, there were 2 lines that you could get into to go back to your classroom. You had to get in these 2 lines. And I see that Lucy is in the very back of one of these lines. And she doesn't have her friends around. And I'm like, perfect, yes. So I'm going to run up, get that spot right behind her in line, and then just stand next to her. And that was my plan, was just to stand next to her. Because I wasn't going to talk to her. That'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I don't even have anything to talk to this girl about. I don't know anything about her. And so my plan was just to run up and stand right behind her. And I'm like, this is perfect. I see that Lucy's in the back, and I'm like, okay, this is my chance. So I run up, I'm standing right behind her, and I'm like, this is great. This is awesome. I am right behind her. And then a realization starts to dawn on me. These 2 lines are divided by gender. There's the girls' line and the boys' line. And I am now standing right in the middle of the girls' line. And as a 4th grader, I was like, oh crap! Oh no, I'm in the girls' line! Like, I start freaking out. So I get out of the line and I go in the back, and my friends are like, dude, why are you in the girls' line, dude? It's because, are you a girl? In the girls' line. And I'm like, no. My friend saw me in the girls' line. She probably noticed I was in the girls' line. All those other girls on the girls' line said I was in the girls' line. Dang it. There is no place for me here in this world. I don't belong anywhere. And I was embarrassed. All this other baloney that I did, not embarrassing at all. It should have been, but it wasn't. But being in the girls' line, that was embarrassing. That was soul crushing to me. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why nothing happened really in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Why I didn't try and make any moves, because I tried to make these stupid moves in the 4th grade, and it embarrassed me. It like traumatized me. I took it so personally and so deep to heart, and it cut me so deep for some reason. And so I think I was like too embarrassed. I was too worried that she remembered that I was standing behind her in the girls' line to talk to her in the 5th and 6th grade. I'm pretty sure that's why. I should have been embarrassed by a lot more things. There was plenty of other things that I should have been embarrassed by, but I thought that was an important detail to add to the Crush Chronicles. So, moral of the story, don't pretend to be a werewolf, okay? Don't pretend to be a werewolf, and if something seems too good to be true, it probably is, okay? That's the moral of the story. So, a little bit shorter, but these were just kind of footnotes that I had forgotten to put in the last episode of the Crush Chronicles. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know by liking down below. If you want to hear more stupid stories about the stuff I did as a kid, go ahead and subscribe so that you can see when more Crush Chronicles stuff comes out. But until next time, ciao. Disney Channel was making shows. My Babysitter was a vampire. My Babysitter is a vampire. Was a vampire. It's time to start freaking... I hope that chair has been squeaking this whole time. I had a problem with that last time too, dang it. We'll see. At the end of recess, you would line up in lines. There were 2 lines to the kids. Why am I having a hard time with this? Obviously, is an impressionable, gee whiz, to exist near her, because I'm not gonna talk to her. That's stupid. Dang it, the fan's on in the back. I'm not sure how long that lasted, so I'm just gonna go back to the beginning.